Na'Vi have been on the brink of greatness for years, and they'd never been closer than they were in 2020.
Your IEM Katowice 2020 champions! It's Na'Vi!
But it seemed like the team was still missing something. That one crucial ingredient that would finally push them over the edge.
There was a lot of people who were questioning how Na'Vi can be so good one week and then, the next things look like they're falling apart.
So when BIT joined the lineup, a lot of people weren't sure if this rookie could take Na'Vi to the top.
Я понимаю все с полуслова, я хорошо подстраиваюсь под команду, у меня есть большое желание играть вообще в команде.
But as it turned out, BIT was exactly what Na'Vi needed.
Oh, but he's been fumbling with his nades, and they both line up for him. 2 more headshots for the tally, and BIT puts G2 down in the dump.
Move over, Scream, there's a new headshot machine. BIT's the man, he's legit, you've never seen a rookie like him.
At just 18 years old, BIT has already picked up some of CSGO's biggest titles. He's an Intel Grand Slam champion, a Blast Premier finalist, an IEM Masters winner, and oh yeah, he's already won a major.
BIT.
10 seconds to either plan. That's
oh
the
no!
bomb. That's
It's
the
falling
bomb.
apart!
That's gonna be
It's only
it!
Nico, there's no time! He just has to watch that clock tick down! This is it! Na'Vi have taken the major!
While he's not the youngest player to win a major, that honor still goes to Careby, BIT came pretty damn close.
BIT, 18 years old, the newest member to Na'Vi. You now hold the major trophy and you've got a big smile on your face. Is this just the beginning of greatness for you?
Yes.
So who is BIT? And how did an inexperienced teenager take Na'Vi to the top? BIT learned about CS by watching his older brother play 1.6 on the family computer when he was a kid growing up in Ukraine.
Брат у меня играл в 1.6, я приходил, просто там не дотягивался до клавиатуры, рукой просто там что-то клацал. Но я помню, что я с ботами там пока играл, потом на пабликах играл в 1.6.
Once Global Offensive was released, BIT quickly made the switch, and he even bought his very first skin, a safari mesh for the AK-47. Outside of video games, BIT was involved in amateur combat sports for about 8 years.
Ты вот говоришь, что ты занимался 8 лет борьбой. Почему ты перестал?
Да я переехал в Киев просто. А здесь я поступил в колледж. Как-то учеба, КС, и как-то не доходило времени вообще до тренировок.
As time went on, CSGO was slowly becoming BIT's #1 priority.
До ночи играл, до ночи. Потом просыпался на учебу рано. Там где-то дремал на каких-то парах.
So when he heard about an open call for young players to take part in Na'Vi's esports bootcamp, a then 16-year-old BIT threw his hat into the ring.
Я понимаю все с полуслова, я хорошо подстраиваюсь под команду, у меня есть большое желание играть вообще в команде.
At the bootcamp, BIT's skill impressed the coaches, and at the end of the selection process, he was signed to Na'Vi Junior's newly formed roster.
На самом деле это большая, как сказать, честь. Это очень круто, потому что это считается как самая лучшая организация в СНГ. И когда ты находишься в этой организации, это как то ли уверенность появляется сильно.
As a part of the junior squad, BIT spent about a year building up his reputation and improving his skills.
То есть сейчас выход на Б-точку первый. И по ходу дела провалено. Ну как же все печально складывается.
And while a lot of people thought BIT was good, he was actually so good that he was starting to piss off some of the people he was playing with.
Всегда там будет стоять. Дайте хуем, блядь.
Despite how well he was doing though, it didn't seem likely that BIT would graduate from Na'Vi Junior anytime soon. That is, until fate intervened. During an ESL Pro League match against Heroic, Na'Vi found themselves down a man as Electronic was unable to connect to the server. So they brought in BIT as a substitute.
So ladies and gentlemen, a substitution has been called in. Electronic unable to return to the server, and therefore Na'Vi have fielded a new one. It's BIT standing in for this game.
As if being thrown into a Pro League match with only minutes to prepare wasn't stressful enough, until that moment, BIT had never even practiced with the main roster. But this was his one shot to impress some of the best players in the world.
See what he's got. He's dropped the Molotov again, flashes to come out, lots of pressure will be applied here.
Oh. Has he seen enough? He's seen a few, I think. That's going to be a call for assistance to come in. They're on the way, but he's going to have to deal with this somewhat himself. That's first, that's bomb, not bad. Turns to look for the second, that's a kill. Good enough work to buy some time. Rotations are here.
Yeah, he's done more than you could ask for him. The flash slowed them, his frag slowed them, his smoke slows them. Bit has delivered.
Na'Vi brought in Bit as a sixth man a few months later, and many people were skeptical about the choice.
Na'Vi have brought in a new player, and as was also brought up, he doesn't have tier 1 experience, and I think as Pimp mentioned, he played Virtus Pro, didn't do well in that one game versus Virtus Pro.
But once again, Bit stepped up to the challenge.
There is a chance at this mid wraparound, that is Bit, with a little bit of utility. His frag grenade will miss the mark. His smoke, ooh.
He's amazing.
Ooh, welcome to the big weeks. 3v3 versus Astralis, and he gets 2 of the kills. Boomich gonna find that last one. Na'Vi winning pistol.
Bit still responsible for this flank, and S-Tag is there. 2 in the round already. It's gonna be needed to deliver us a little bit more. Taps them out, and now he's on for the ace. Oh, Bit!
$400,000 on the line for this retake. That is the difference. And it's all on Glaive. Low HP for 3. Na'Vi, they've got it. Na'Vi have done it. Your Blast Global Finals Grand Champs.
What do you make of this young man? How do you view him?
I would just tell him don't think that it's final, because it's another game for him, and we knew that he's gonna show up. I believe in him for whole tournament because he's a patient guy, and he's just a great guy, and he's a great addition for our team.
Bit was fitting into the lineup beautifully, but there was trouble on the horizon. Valve cracked down on 6-man rosters, penalizing teams that subbed players in and out on specific maps. It seemed like Bit was an easy cut, and that he'd find himself back on Na'Vi Jr.'s roster. But at the same time, Flamey, Na'Vi's longtime rifler, was struggling with inconsistent performances. See, when Flamey was good, he was really good.
Player coming up close. Simple needs a flick, but he's... Oh, Flamey just swings and saves his life, dropping the bomb! And Flamey does it all!
But when he wasn't, the team really felt the impact of his shortcomings.
Simple just dies to it, straight up, burnt to a crisp. Flamey with the missed shots, jump shot by the Mac 10. How?
So when Na'Vi were forced to pick between the 2 players, they chose Bit and sent Flamey to Na'Vi Jr. instead.
We wanted to do something. We got 6-man roster, and Bit is a young guy. He's inexperienced, but he still have a lot of potential, and he was a much better option for us than Flamey if you want to perform better. That's easy.
So almost a year after his fateful performance against Heroic, Bit was now officially a core member of one of the best teams in the world. And the pressure was on.
He had some mistakes, but yeah, every time we tell him to not forget everything we discussed before map and just focus more communication between us and more on his aim.
But despite all that pressure, Bit didn't crack, and Na'Vi just kept winning.
Lots of pressure on him, and he's gonna be jumped on. Okay, Spinks, a Deagle upgrade, very short-lived, and the FAMAS good for 2. Make it 3.
Oh, Boomich is here now in Dunn on 2. This one's done.
Yeah, he's gonna get the ace if he's not careful. Hades finished off, and that's all 5. Wow, Bit. Newest arrival to Na'Vi, but you could be fooled. He looks very comfortable in that jersey.
There's a player actually close on Guardian right now. It's going to be Bit, pops in just as the flash comes in from the opposing team. 2 instant headshots, and he gets all 4 for himself. He just makes it look so easy.
4 HP, wants to check CT. Simple's not going for it, but the Suta versus Simple, and it's good for the Na'Vi boys. Only Zywoo can possibly save them. Only Zywoo can deny the Intel Grand Slam. Na'Vi, a couple of bullets is all it takes, and there it is. Their domination is secured.
But Bit was about to be tested like never before. The Stockholm Major was the first one CSGO had had in years, and it was Na'Vi's best ever chance to beat their years-long major curse.
I'll tell you what though, if you're Bit and you're going into your first event to play in front of a crowd and an audience on a stage, and it's the major, that's gotta be worrying. That's not a good prospect. Like, think about it, just one bad game at the wrong moment in the quarterfinals and they get knocked out. That sucks.
But Bit didn't just hold it together. He dominated.
interesting. I thought perhaps they'd stick to plant, that Bit would actually take that fight, but instead Simple wanted to bait his own battle. Instead goes down. It is all on to Bit. And Refresh to go against him, and that is a lovely shot from Bit. It is 9-9.
That is Bit's domain, and he's right up and ready to mow him down, and a small Bit 3! Knocks off heads, there's nothing left for Masuta. Vitality's plans foiled by the rookie and the superstar for good measure. The dream, if they had a smoke, and they do. Jax surely can drop it. Oh, but he's been fumbling with his nades, and they both line up for him. 2 more headshots for the tally, and Bit puts G2 down in the dumps.
10 seconds to either plan. That's
oh
the
no!
bomb. That's
It's falling apart!
That's gonna be
it's
it!
only Nico, there's no time! He just has to watch that clock tick down! This is it! Na'Vi have taken the major!
While all eyes were on Simple, Bit turned out to be a crucial part of Na'Vi's historic victory. There are players who have spent years playing CSGO and are still waiting for their big moment. Bit has only played 2 LAN tournaments in his life, and he's already won a Grand Slam and a Major. For most players, that would be more than enough.
I don't know how far he could take this, but if he continues on this trajectory, Bit could be something we haven't seen before, which is crazy to say in the era of Simple, Zywoo, Nico, right? So I'm excited to see Bit's career progression.
But Na'Vi isn't done yet, which means Bit isn't either.
Shock splash in front of Bit. Peeks into it, and there it is. Copenhagen looking like Vitality's coffin. But Bit's right here, he stops it, sprays away, the defuse comes off. This may be Vitality's coffin, but it's Na'Vi's castle.
And for as long as young players like Bit are out there, CSGO has a truly bright future.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring the notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit us up on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.